We're back in the hayfield. We cut this hayfield yesterday. JL came behind and fluffed probably 3/4 of it yesterday. So there's hay on one side of the driveway and then some on the other side. The other side we didn't fluff yet. So our plan is to fluff it today. We're gonna start raking this up here shortly. Go ahead and start baling it. This will be another round of wrapped hay. We'll be hauling this to right beside my house, which is like 5 minutes from here. So real quick turnaround on hauling hay and wrapping. I don't know if we'll wrap any today. Eric's on his way with the baler. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of raking, and then we'll have some more help coming this afternoon. But we're gonna get out here and start making some more hay. We've gotten the first couple rounds of hay raked up. It's a little green underneath. We just cut this yesterday, but we're gonna check it with our moisture tester just to see where we are. There's a little bit of airflow today, so even if it is a little high, it won't take long to dry out.
Is airflow the same as wind?
It is. Ooh, wow.
Perfect.
Not as green as we thought. That's awesome. Right in the sweet spot. $51.4. Yesterday was a busy day, so we just have finished selling chickens this week. Mine went out Monday night. Eric had some go out Tuesday night and Wednesday night. Also had a pretty good little storm roll through Tuesday night. It rained probably 2 inches, so we were a little bit slower getting to the hayfield to cut it, but we did get it all cut yesterday. Finished up probably about 6 p.m. getting everything cut.
This field's, the hay was a little too mature, but we just couldn't get to it in time.
So our first cutting last year, we got 305 bales on this field. We actually cut the ryegrass 2 times last year. This time we'll just cut it once. But we had a little competition. Everybody placed or just guessed to see how many bales. It's around 40 acres. Give or take an acre or 2. So we'll try it again. Y'all put your guess down in the comments how many bales you think we got. We'll post this video on probably like a Friday or Saturday. We'll let everybody guess up until the next video post the next week. How's that sound? What are we gonna give? Do another hat?
We'll give Ben away.
Everybody's gonna be wanting me. Ladies, I don't have a ring on, but I am taking.
Ain't nobody looking at your hand, wondering if you married or not. Nobody, not one, thought about your left hand. They might have looked at your right hand.
Got jokes. Should we do a hat? We'll do some hunting lover and swag. I think we got a camo hat and maybe a shirt. I don't know, but y'all guess. See how many bales, and if nobody guesses exactly right, then closest one. Price is Right rules. Nah, not Price is Right rules. Closest one. You can go over, just whoever's closest. And just to give you a little bit more information, we're baling 52-inch bales. These are not 60-inch bales, these are 52-inch. Beautiful day to be out in the hayfield. It actually was just slightly cool this morning. Felt nice. We got JL way down there getting going fluffing. I'm hoping that we'll get everything this side of the driveway baled. Here it is, 11:21. Eric's got to knock off a little early for All-Star baseball games. I've got to get my daughter in a little bit. We're gonna get done what we can. I've gotten a good bit raked up. I don't want to get too far ahead of Eric when these windrows, when the hay's up in the windrows, and especially when the wind's blowing a little bit, it dries that hay on out. So I'm gonna give him a chance to get caught up. We raise farm-to-table beef, and the processor called and said that our beef is ready. So I'm gonna go hook to the trailer, go pick it up, bring it back to the farm, probably eat some lunch, and then give Eric a little bit of time to get caught up.
Hey. We're back at it. Everything's going good. We got 23 rolled up, just getting started. Cut this hayfield yesterday. One thing I was going to show you is we usually do 3 rows on the outside. So this is the 3rd that I'm baling now. We do 3 rounds as a circle all the way around the field, and then we'll take the rake and then do straight rows. Find the longest point, do straight rows, and it just makes it easier. Your rake guy at the end is not constantly battling the old windrows. I'm sure most of you do this, but some may not, or some that aren't in the hay business may find that interesting, but it just makes it easier and more efficient. And you're also not mashing that hay down as you drive across it. So what I do when I start baling is I just bale the outside run on the length side, and then when I get to the end where he's going to be turning around, I just bale those 3, get it out of his way, and then he can just come down through here and turn around and keep going. The best way to understand that, you need to be able to have raked and baled before, because then you appreciate each other's job and what makes it a little easier. You don't want sharp turns when you're baling. You don't want to put that PTO shaft in a bind. See how I still have 3 left here? Because I had just broken off and done those 3 up through there. Now he's got plenty of room to do what he wants, and if Ben screws it up from there, that's his own fault. Like I said, this is one advantage to having a wrapper. We've actually got a couple of days right now, what it shows, of pretty weather. Can y'all believe that? I'm not saying, hey, rain is on the way, but today is Thursday and the rain is showing for Sunday. So we have time. anything can change, but the good thing about the wrapper, I was pretty surprised. You saw Ben earlier. We measured that at 50% moisture. It was cut yesterday. We actually came right behind and fluffed yesterday, tedded it. So, and today's date's May 22nd. So we're 80 degrees, 79, 80. It's not like it's super hot. This hay was more mature. We're about a month late from cutting it, what we usually are. Reason why, we planted this, we drilled this in ryegrass, but you can see the lines there. But we didn't drill until springtime. We tried something a little different, thought it would catch up. It didn't catch up. The best way to learn is to do it, and sometimes the best way to learn is to do it and do it wrong. It didn't catch up. So, we won't do that again. Honestly, I felt like a lot of times we plant in the fall and the grass just kind of hangs out, doesn't do a whole lot, and then it starts growing first year. It does that, but your roots are already so established, it can't catch up with it. We've always planted in the fall. We obviously do where our cows are, but I just tried that in the hay fields just to kind of see what happened. It didn't work. So, it's not a big deal. We'll get probably one cut. We had a lot of hay left over last year, so it's not like we're scrambling for hay. It actually took a little bit of work off our table. So, here we are. With that being said, this hay, being able to cut it yesterday, bale it today a lot, is because a lot of this hay was already pretty mature. Some of it was starting to dry some. And when that happens, it doesn't take long to get that moisture out of that hay. It's just a good blend. It'll be good quality hay for sure. Don't think we'll get another cut in the ryegrass. I think it'll be too hot, and that Johnson grass is going to come on pretty strong, so we need to spray that Johnson grass. We spray it with Outrider, and the way I understand, if you spray it with Outrider, it will kill ryegrass too. That's what I've been told. I haven't ever experienced that, but I've been told that the Outrider also kills ryegrass. So I don't want to salvage what little bit ryegrass we'll get and deal with all that Johnson grass, because it'll be coming on strong. Johnson grass, believe it or not, is very good if you have a solid stand of it and can cut it when it's young and tender. The problem is when it gets old and mature, and it's like cutting down broomsticks. It's like, it's very tough, and the cows won't eat it, and they just leave it in the hay ring. Now, if you cut it when it's about less than waist high, which takes it about 3 days to get there, from the time you see it, it'll not really, you can almost watch Johnson grass grow. It and kudzu have to be two of the most aggressive growing plants I know of. They get there fast. So this place is very sporadic, but there's a lot of it, so we have to spray for it. Anyway, come along today. I'll give you some some ideas later about how many we got. We're not planning on trying to get done with this today. We don't have rain coming. We fluffed half yesterday, fluffing the other half now, and then we're planning on just, hopefully we'll get it all baled and wrapped and hauled tomorrow. We have to finish a little Saturday. That'll be fine. Ben may whine a little bit, but he'll be okay. All right, sun shining. Half of one cloud in the sky, that's it. Be a great day to be up in an airplane again. A little windy, but that makes it fun. If you don't have mirrors on a cab tractor, you're missing out. I didn't have mirrors for a long time, and I didn't know how much I was missing out until I got mirrors. One of my friends told me, said, "Oh, don't get mirrors. All you do is hit them on tree limbs and they fold in." And I do hit these every once in a while on tree limb, but the first thing I do is get out and straighten it up because I use them enough. It's a pretty green belt. It's just right, just right. This over here on this side's a little drier. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say it's in that 35 to 40 range. Man, that's the sweet spot. Cows are gonna love it. Cow candy.
JL's just fluffing away. Give him a hard time, he already broke one fluffer today. I'm just kidding. A pin that locks one of the arms that has the basket broke, so I'll have to do a little repair. I got back to the farm with the beef. I meant to take y'all along while I picked up beef, but I forgot the camera when I swapped vehicles, so no video there. But I'm pulling back up to the hay field. Looks like Eric's dad's got a load of hay ready to go. Eric's still baling on what I'd raked. So got a load ready to go back to the house. Get the wrapper set up and maybe get a little bit wrapped. Looks like Eric's got about 5 more windrows before we need to hop back on the rake. Eric's dad's been loading up some hay. This first load that he's got loaded up, I'm gonna take it onto the house and see if I can just get the wrapper set up and going. First 22 bales are unloaded. The hydrostatic tractor is very nice when you're loading and unloading hay because you're not having to change gears between forward and reverse. It's just a pedal by your foot. So just another little perk of the hydrostatic. Steve is probably going to be raking hay shortly. So rather than wrap these, I'm just gonna go on back and grab that other load and then leave him with the empty truck. That way, when they can load up another truck. Then I may start wrapping when I get this other one. Right when we finished up baling last time, or right when we finished up wrapping last time, I was going to put the wrapper up. It was about 9:30 at night, and one of the fittings was loose and lost some hydraulic fluid. So I think I'll have to round up some hydraulic fluid and put some in it to get it to run. But hopefully we've got some buckets around here. Today is the first official day of summer for our kids. They all got out of school yesterday and they are on cloud 9 today. This is the driveway that's leading down to our hayfield. You'll possibly see Eric way out there baling. Our neighbors have this hayfield. Sorry, this road's pretty bumpy in this truck. They cut that hayfield probably 3 weeks ago. They were ahead. Their hayfield has looked really good this year. At the end of last year, they cut it a 4th time. There wasn't a lot to it, but they went ahead and cut it and baled it. And I think that really gave their hayfield a head start going into the fall being cut. Ours had some growth to it, which is going to be your summer grass. We chose not to cut it, and I think it choked out some of that ryegrass. I don't think that our neighbor drilled any ryegrass. They could have, I'm not going to say for sure. But their hayfield has looked really good. We're going to step up our game next year. Eric's baling, Steve's raking, JL's taking the fluffer off and put a rear spear on, so it looks like he's done fluffing the other side of the driveway. They've got me a truck loaded up. It doesn't haul quite as many as this one does, but it's nice when you pull back the hayfield and they've got a truck loaded. I'm gonna park this truck for JL to load. Take that other one onto the house. See what I can do with the wrapper. You done anything today? How many bales you got?
Give me a minute.
That one's about to go rolling.
Yeah, that works.
98?
Not as old as you are. Look at that, son. Checked up right on that chair, son. You see that?
You got lucky.
You can't teach that in a day.
Get back to work.
See?
All right, well, if you're still with us, 98 bales so far. So put your guess how many bales you think we're gonna have. Eric's dad was calling me, so let me call him back.
Got Daddy on the rake. Daddy is the #1 utility player. He just goes wherever you tell it, and he can do every one of the jobs better than I can do, with a lot more patience. A lot more patience. Lord, I didn't get the patience from him. He's got the patience of Joe. Lord. Anyway, he's on the rake. Ben's probably picnicking. JL is lining hay up, just finished fluffing. Now Ben's hauling and wrapping. Got a lot going on. We've only had about 2 more people. You always need 2 more people. Now we've got us 4 working. It's going pretty good. Sold chickens last 2 nights. So I feel like I just got out of jail. I don't know how that feels, but if you just got out of like a local jail, that's kind of what I feel like right now. Maybe not prison, but I just got out of a local jail, getting rid of chickens. You don't have that on your mind. It's hot. You're always, once you get somewhere working, you got to go back and check everything. It's like having a couple 100,000 babies all the time. So it's nice just to enjoy the sunshine, bale some hay, listen to Ben complain, and not be tied down to chickens. That would be, if you ask me, the biggest drawback is you can't get away from it. Like that responsibility. It's like you're on call 24/7. So think about that before you build chicken houses. Anyway, enough rambling. I know Ben's probably hollering at Nicole while he's on his laptop about me rambling, but that's okay. Man, I have to use 4-wheel drive so much over here. A 4-wheel drive tractor in our part of the country is almost a necessity baling hay. If you don't believe me, look at that rut right there. That rut was there because I put it in reverse before I had it in 4-wheel drive. I don't like to just leave it in 4-wheel drive the whole time I'm baling, just on, you know, spots where I had to back up a hill or back down a hill or whatever. 4-wheel drive really comes in nice. A 2-wheel drive tractor with this haylage, the haylage is so heavy. When you start backing up some of these hills, I don't know if y'all can tell, but pretty hilly. You really, that 4-wheel drive helps out a lot. So I'll put the camera down so I pay attention and not hit this armadillo hole. These bales, I've got my monitor set at 48, I think I've told y'all before. It's actually 51. It's about 3 inches. There's about 3 inches of difference. We put a tape measure on it. When I set that monitor at 48, the bales come out 51. I need to adjust the baler. I just haven't done that. Whoa, bale. You can tell when these bales You can tell when the moisture is going down because the bales start rolling. When those bales are 40 and 50% moisture, you can dump them out on the side of that hill and they won't move. You get them down there in 30 and less than 30, and it's like rolling a ball down the hill. I don't know if you can see, there goes Ben with another load. It's hard to tell on this camera. Technology is not my strong point, sorry guys. Let's just ring in the old 100, the century mark. Watch when I dump, it shows what number I'm on.
So while I'm hauling hay back and forth, JL will line them up to the number that will fit on the trailer. So I just pull the trailer in and he'll come put them on there while I'm taking the other load. Makes it easy when I can come to the field and just hop on another truck, take it in.
Like I said, Daddy's the utility guy. He gets a little bit ahead, now he's on the little tractor. Daddy even brought me a water. The guy doesn't stop. "72 years old, it's impressive. It's impressive until he outworks me, and that's sad. So that right there is where you get into a tie. If you don't, sometimes I over-exaggerate backing up these hills. So like right there, what happened was I backed up the hill, I cocked it a little bit sideways, but I didn't back up very far. Dumped the bale rolled back against me. Well, as I'm pulling up, I'm close to getting back into the road. I'm trying to stop the bale. This is green everywhere. JL's trying to count. He's got his shoes on. It's not going well. You got a puff of smoke every now and then, though. That jamming out. Look at it. I bet he's listening to some Billy Joel, some Michael Jackson.
So we don't lack a ton being done with the big side of the driveway. We're cruising along, and I'd say I've hauled maybe a third of this side, give or take a little bit. I've got another load headed to the house. I started the wrapper. I put some hydraulic fluid in it, wrapped 4 bales, and then I just cut it off. Figure my time would be better spent hauling, because the hay's right beside my house, so I may go out there tonight and wrap some hay after everybody's home. Got to do a little bit of daddy duty here in a little bit. We're getting after it. My wife always loves when she pulls up the driveway and sees all the hay. Trying to turn Kenny off. Probably gonna haul one more load. Eric's gonna bale a little bit more, and then I think his dad may try to finish up some of that one side of the field. I don't know what bale count we have reached. But hopefully get a lot done. For once, we're not playing beat the clock with the rain. But at the time of this video, well, Eric doesn't know it, but by the time this video is out, he will know it. His birthday is May 30th, and this is his 41st birthday. For his 40th, we tried to plan to go do something a couple times, but every time somebody was sick or not feeling well, had to cancel it. And so Eric always likes to joke that we forgot his 40th. But for his 41st, his wife Carly has planned for a handful of us to go to the Braves game, and that will be this Saturday, which by the time y'all are watching this will have already happened. So, but that was part of the reason why I wanted to come on yesterday and go ahead and start cutting, even though it had rained so much, because the game Saturday is at like 4 in the afternoon, and I didn't want us to be trying to finish up in the hayfield, try to wrapping hay and trying to keep a secret from Eric. To be like, hey, we got to be done by 1 o'clock because. So anyway, came on and cut yesterday and got it cut, and we're actually baling today. Tomorrow's Friday, so we should be able to finish baling and hauling and wrapping tomorrow, and then hopefully everybody will be healthy on Saturday.
That's awesome. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that was 3 black Chinooks. Nothing like hayfield John Deere and American military flying Chinooks over. Now that's a good day. They give you cold chills on a hot day.
We are back in the hayfield. So everything from the driveway over has been baled. I'm gonna start working on the other side of the driveway, and there is one other little patch up here. We got a good bit hauled yesterday. There's still some to haul. We got probably about half of that wrapped, but we decided to come back to the hayfield, get going baling. So we'll see if we can get finished up today. I got a couple laps raked up earlier, and then Eric's dad got there, and so I jumped on the hauling, unloading, and wrapping while Eric's dad did some raking. They're still baling. I've gotten some more wrapped here, just ran out of plastic, so I'm gonna reload. Our plan is to wrap about 200 bales here. With the 50 that we had left over from last year, it'll put us about 250, and that's usually what we like to have around our house. Anything over 200 will go to another location, but so far everything's going well. The baler, everything's holding together. The yield is looking good. That's all I'm gonna say on that right now, but it's more than I thought. I can't remember if I said what I thought we would get off this field on video or not, but we're more than I thought. But y'all stay with us. I'm gonna get some more plastic, finish this up, and then jump over to another spot.
It is Friday afternoon, about 3:30. Just kicked the last bale out, now to go finish wrapping. It's been a beautiful day. Hope we get it finished up. Happy Memorial Day, by the way. This is Friday before Memorial Day. My birthday is next Friday. Sometimes my birthday falls on Memorial Day. And man, that's a cool day to have a birthday on. So thank all you guys for your service, all you guys and girls for your service. I'm forever grateful for our military and the people that served. Love you guys. Let's go get this thing finished up and celebrate the weekend. No chickens, man. No chickens. Hey, little update on the cabin. The cabin I took down, there it is. There's the front porch. Gotta figure out where we're gonna put it. All right, let's go.
Moving to location number 2. We moved to our second spot, got the wrapper set up, and as I was setting it up, I realized that when I filled up the wrapper back at my house, I didn't put the cap back on it. Just drove back and no cap. So put some aluminum foil covering it, see if it'll keep dust and hay out. I'm never gonna hear the end of this from Eric. The gas tank sits right on the side and it's pretty much right where you put a bale of hay. So this is my makeshift. I got some foil and wadded it up and put it down in there and then put that on top. Try to get us by. Gonna have to order a new gas cap. Eric's gone in his Peterbilt truck to get a load of hay. Never put any hay on it before. We'll see how it does getting through that gate right there. Sure will be nice if he can make it. So we'll be able to haul quite a few. I drove through the pasture and circled around. I'm just making sure the gas cap didn't ride all the way here and then fall off in the pasture. Probably not though. We're about 3 miles from the farm, but I drove that path and no luck. That's it. Got it all wrapped up. So we got our bales over by the house, and then this is our secondary location. We rent this property here. It's got some old chicken houses on it that aren't being used anymore. We have cows here and then a couple other rented pastures right near here. So this is a good central location to wrap some hay. So in the wintertime, we come here, load it on the trailer. We can carry some by tractor and feed our cows. But I'm gonna put a few things up, put the tractor in the barn. I've got to take the hay wrapper back to my barn, put it up. My makeshift gas cap worked, I think. Hopefully it kept all the dust out. Making sure we got a little makeshift fence up to keep the cows out of this area. We let them graze it when we don't have hay in here, but once the hay's in here, we lock them off. Eric never did see that the gas cap was missing. He brought a load of hay, but he didn't come over here to the wrapper. So this will be a good way to see if he actually watches this video. Speaking of Eric, May 30th is his birthday, so y'all be sure and wish him a happy birthday, as well as throw out your best guess for how many bales we got. I will say this, we did not hit the number that we did last year, so that'll give some of y'all a hint. But I'm going to leave y'all with a Bible verse. When I was in the hayfield, I was listening to a podcast and Tim Tebow was on, and they asked him about one of his favorite Bible verses, and it was John 3:16. A lot of people know this one, but for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching. Come back for the next one.